most weekends we have a period in the weekend where we're feeling good about the car, confident about the car, but then in the paying sessions, in qualifying and the race,
Mercedes is all set to shock the world with the W15 at the Australian GP. Does a new car enable them to make bigger alterations? What are Mercedes' expectations for the upcoming GP? Come, let's find out. The Mercedes F1 team is looking to address the W15's ongoing challenges during the Australian Grand Prix weekend. In the immediate aftermath of a disappointing Bahrain Grand Prix, the team looked hard in the mirror at every aspect of operations. Andrew Chauvelin, the team's trackside engineering director, revealed plans for experiments intended to improve the car's performance, particularly in high-speed corners where its shortcomings were notably exposed during the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So, a new direction was set, beginning a period of renewal. Despite the limitations of the W14's existing architecture, there was tangible progress. A hard-fought, year-long battle netted second in the Constructors' Championship. That too, with a comprehensive approach to problem solving, the Mercedes team is not solely relying on recent data, but also drawing on insights from previous tests and races. We're also looking at data from the Bahrain race and Bahrain test, and we will develop a plan for how we approach free practice in Melbourne. But it's not just based on what we did in Jeddah, said Chauvelin. According to him, few things affect the performance. One of them was that the balance wasn't great. The walls aren't particularly far away, so those on very fast corners where the driver wants a lot of confidence, and quite often we were snapping to oversteer if they really leaned on the tires. And you can easily imagine how unsettling that is for drivers. The team's pursuit of improved grip is paramount as it prepares for the Australian GP, which features corners similar to those in Bahrain. Chauvelin emphasized the need for a comprehensive understanding of the car's limitations, as both Lewis Hamilton and George Russell encountered similar issues despite exploring different setup directions. In response to these setbacks, Mercedes underwent significant restructuring, with James Allison assuming the role of technical director. The W15, the first car developed under Allison's supervision, represents a departure from its predecessor as the team strives to narrow the gap to frontrunners Red Bull. So, Mercedes is now building an AMG F1 W15e performance based on what was learned from the previous 2 seasons, and a new car enables the team to make bigger alterations that are not possible during the season. The W15's design overhaul includes a new chassis and aerodynamic enhancements aimed to improve handling and reduce drag, especially with DRS activated. Aerodynamically, as ever, the focus has been on efficiency, the endless quest for finding more downforce with less drag and delivering it to the track in a manner that complements the function of the suspension and tires. Not only that, Mercedes also made adjustments to areas like pit stop performance and rear suspension, balancing significant updates within the constraints of F1's cost cap. There are also some changes, including a new chassis and gearbox casing. A big focus has been done mainly on improving the previous car's unpredictable rear axle, dialing out the inconsistent performance of the W14, and its sometimes spiteful rear end has been a key technical focus. Both George and Lewis are clear on the rewards that could be brought by the team if it is able to do so. The team has worked hard to ensure that both axles, but particularly the rear axle, retain better control of the tire than the one on the W14. The current generation power unit homologation, including reduced dyno hours, is designed to allow manufacturers to look ahead to 2026. HPP is thoroughly enjoying the challenge. There's also been some housekeeping on areas where they could improve, including the DRS effect and pit stop performance. The design of any car is an iterative process, and a long one at that, Technical Director James Allison explained. It stretches back to last year. A new car enables the team to make bigger alterations that are not possible during the season. These decisions are made during the preceding summer. Well, for the team, a big focus has been on improving the previous car's unpredictable rear axle. Under James' supervision, they have worked hard to ensure that both axles, but particularly the rear axle, retain better control of the tire. James didn't forget to admit that there's also been some housekeeping on areas where we had room for improvement, including the DRS effect and pit stop performance. However, it is the underside of the car where the main differentiating factors lie. James added, "We feel like we have a good winter, but F1 is a relative game, and only time will tell how big a step we've made. We're focused on getting the most from the car we launch, but we are excited by the development race that will follow as regulations are still young and opportunities are abound." Well, did you notice another visible difference on the W15? The livery. In a year where the iconic silver arrows mark their 90th anniversary, the famous silver returns to complement the iconic black of recent seasons. Therefore, the nose section transforms to silver, with the iconic three-pointed star pattern on the engine cover. The distinguished Ineos Toto Rosso red features predominantly on the rear wing and roll hoop in a nod to Ineos Sport, with Petronas green providing a dynamic flow across the car. The new livery reflects the team's commercial strength, as does recent news. Blue-chip brands such as SAP, WhatsApp, and Luminar have all joined the team's partner ecosystem in recent months. Now, the CEO of Mercedes F1 Group, Toto Wolff, seems much more confident than before. As the saying goes, when it stings, it sticks. I believe the previous 2 seasons were necessary for us to readjust, recalibrate, and reinvent ourselves in certain areas. That root and branch approach is never easy, but we have made progress and look forward to taking the next step with the W15. It won't be a linear path, but when we stumble, we will get back up and keep climbing. Our commercial strategy has evolved over recent years, Wolff explained. Mercedes has always been focused on building long-term partnerships with partners that share their values and delivering a clear return on investment. Mercedes has now made the conscious decision to refine their partnership ecosystem. Mercedes wants to concentrate on a smaller, select group of partners to better serve and deliver on their return on investment. According to Wolff, we pride ourselves on trying to be the very best in every single area, and we believe this approach is the way we can achieve this with our partners. Hywell Thomas, managing director of Mercedes-AMG High Performance Powertrains, concluded, "To have a rule set that has attracted new manufacturers and has a clear real-world relevance is excellent." For him, this is a chance to showcase the team's talent, innovative approaches, and the possibilities the team can bring. It's great, and people walk around with smiles on their faces as they tackle this project. The W15 gets its first laps at Silverstone later today. From there, the focus turns to Bahrain. It's so great to see Mercedes remaining optimistic about the W15's potential, despite facing an uphill battle against Red Bull's recent dominance. Team principal Toto Wolff emphasized the importance of delivering a competitive and predictable car for Hamilton and Russell, acknowledging the challenges ahead while expressing confidence in the team's determination to reclaim the front of the grid. We're intrigued to see how the car will perform. We hope to have solved some of the inherent problems, and we will get our first indications of the progress we've made during pre-season testing. From there, we will understand more about the challenges that are ahead of us. There is no crystal ball in the sport, and we will at least know the gap we are aiming to close down. Our ambition is strong, and we're ready to get going, Toto Wolff exclaimed. The new W15 is a crucial release for Mercedes after 2 challenging years under the current high downforce regulations. Struggling with issues like bouncing and proposing, the team saw only limited success with George Russell clinching a lone victory at Interlagos, but ultimately slipping to third in the Constructors' Championship. As Mercedes embarks on this new chapter with the W15, eyes will be on how the car performs on the track and how it compares to its rivals, with Hamilton's impending departure to Ferrari and Russell's continued tenure with the team. Is the 2024 season promising to be pivotal for Mercedes in its quest for F1 success? What are your predictions? Comment below and share the video with your F1 buddies. Hit the like button and ring the bell icon. Until next time.